And you've only read 3 of his books.
Yeah, I think he's the best guy doing it right now. Who's better?
I don't know.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's just do it. What are we doing?
Let's
just do it.
Jake read Demon in White, Demon in White, Demon in White. Jake read Demon in White, and we're going to talk about it tonight.
Yeah.
Jake, Demon in White. I read this book back in around April, May-ish, but I've got it. I've recapped it. I know what's going on. You have just completed it. Give me the spoiler-free synopsis thoughts. We're going to get to spoilers for sure, but tell me your experience of this book. This tome.
It's hard, it's hard to say what your favorite books are, because you can't just have one favorite. It's almost impossible. It's pretty close to perfect. It's as close as perfect as you can get, in my opinion. It is the first 75-80% of it is the perfect book. It's like so. I cannot believe he is this good this quickly at writing books. I don't even know how to express to you how much I love this book. It rekindled a hunger for reading in me that I've not had in years.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. It's like the perfect story. It's got the perfect characters. It's engaging. It's fast-paced. It's slow when it needs to be. He's developing as a writer as we go along. And it's just, 3 books out of 7. I still got a ways to go, but my God. Yeah, it has, it could be 2 or 3 or 4 different books in one book. It has emotional moments, teaching moments, philosophical moments, probably 3 or 4 mind-melting moments of excitement and drama.
Yeah.
It has the world building. It has payoff from 2 previous books. Mm-hmm. It has preparation of payoff for future books.
Yes.
I don't know what more you could want in this genre of, it's sci-fi, but not really, right? It's not sci-fi in like the classical sense. It's that like hybrid blend of sci-fantasy people talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It is more that
space opera.
Space opera.
A word that people use.
It is.
Like Star Wars.
It is the best of that genre. There is nothing better in that genre. And I love Red Rising, but and I mean, they're just 2 different series, right?
Yeah.
But there's anybody who, I cannot believe that there could be and okay, let me say it like this. The first 2 books, if you were on the fence, which I think would be fair, I know somebody who's kind of like that the second book he felt dragged on for too long, but the ending was incredible, which of course the ending of the second book is unbelievable. This book, if you read this book and think it's anything other than at minimum a 9 out of 10, then you gotta find a new genre, because it is so good. Yeah. I'm saying a lot without saying anything other than I read a lot of books. I've read a lot of books. I've read some books this year that I've said were really good. This is up there it's in the 3 best books I've ever read. I don't know what the other ones would be, but I can't imagine picking. I just can't. There's no way there's more than 3 books that I've ever read that I think are better than this. If they are, they're all in the Wheel of Time. So, and when I read, and it's hard, right? Because when you read a book, it matters setting and where you are as a person and, what you have going on in life. But, like Words of Radiance, when I read that, it blew my mind. Some of the Wheel of Time books, the same thing. But man, but part of that is when I read those, I was in a good headspace as well. I was reading this book and I have some life stuff going on that's not great. And it's just, even when I'm not feeling good, it's just, I read this book and I disappear into this world and I'm so in love with it. It's just, I'm ranting, but...
You lock the fuck in. You have to. To keep up with everything about the series, you have to lock in.
It just, in terms of writing, Like the skill of writing, and this has been the way since the first book, and that's what's, just incredibly impressive. There's nobody better right now, in my opinion, in the fantasy space. From people I've read, there's other people I haven't read, like Robin Hobb's a big one that people say she's an incredible writer. I've not gotten to her. I have her books on my shelf. We'll get there. I think Fonda Lee's a very good one, but, this level this guy writes at is just... Man, is he good. He's good.
You should watch some interviews with him, too, because, like...
I have watched
he's
one or
interesting
two.
to listen to.
I have watched one or two very brief moments of it, but they always get into spoilers.
Sure, yeah.
So this series is so important to me that, if somebody spoiled a part of it, it would ruin my life.
That's why when I talk to you about it, I stay very, very, very
I know.
vague as possible.
So...
Because I love it. I respect it that much.
I love it. I don't know that anything will ever replace The Wheel of Time for me as my favorite series ever. But I'm only 3 out of 7 in. And for me, easily top 5, easily top 3, I'm just trying to think, like, what is better?
Book. As we talked about
I mean the series already. I just don't... I'm just trying to think of...
It sticks the course the whole way through if it doesn't improve upon itself. That's another thing I like about the whole series, is that it continues to get better, in my opinion, in a lot of ways.
He's unbelievable.
Because, like you said, like when you were talking to me earlier today about Dune and how the Dune series progresses, like a lot of these sci-fi or even fantasy series do break into the realm of just being like, oh, this is weird all of a sudden. Even you have said the 5th Stormlight Archive book is just written differently than the other ones. Like,
no. Don't change my words. The 5th Stormlight book is horrific, awful writing by a guy who gave up, okay? He doesn't have his editor. He's got to get his editor back. The writing is horrible. Don't you say anything less. Sorry, that's all, You'll trigger something in me.
But this guy, he doesn't do that. He stays the course the whole
Sanderson
way
at
through.
His best, his writing is written in a way...
I didn't mean to make this a Sanderson fight.
No. This is about Rockio still. Sanderson's writing is good when he's at his best because it's extraordinarily digestible to everybody. I will not say that about Rockio, especially in the first 2 books. Especially in the first 2 books.
It can scare you off, bro.
Especially the first book. And it's where...
I recommend this book series to my... Not that I don't not recommend it to my friends I don't think are smart, but like my really, really intelligent friends, I'm like, you should read these books.
Yeah.
They're kind of written for you.
And I'm not saying it's like... And I'm not saying it like that. It's more of... There's just, especially in the first 2 books, and it's so much less in the 3rd book, but in the first 2, the amount of like random philosophical spewing from Hadrian that I could see a reader not enjoying, for me,
because at that
point
incredible. You're seeing him as just like, even though he's talking from the future, you are viewing him as this 19, 20-year-old
kid. For sure, and that's something that changes in the 3rd book. In the 3rd book, it is much more... You're kind of viewing it as, a guy in the future telling the story of his past, right? I mean, it's hard. I don't even think we're going to get into spoilers that much because we will a little bit. So much happens in the book, it's almost impossible to talk about the plot.
I couldn't believe the more I thought about things and like things you text me about, I'd be like, oh, that's right, that book's got a lot of shit in it.
I can't believe how much, and this is again like I think maybe why I don't want to get into spoilers that much is because you don't even need to, which is so impressive. But like one thing this series does, and I've talked to you about all of this, but I've read other series where there's time jumps.
Sure.
And they feel weird or just... So one of this, I don't want to say it, it's a spoiler, but another series I've read that is a great series by a great author, there's a couple little time jumps in it that they're fine, but they take some adjustment to get into the time jumps. It is unbelievable to me that, like, I think this book, I counted it at one point, I probably texted to you, this book covers like 6 or like 500 years or 400 years or something or maybe 300 years. Maybe the whole thing to this point has been 500 years, I think. But
yeah, I think that's more like
every
it, but
time
still.
there's a small time jump or a big time jump, it feels like nothing.
And you
it
barely
feels
even experience them.
But it feels...
There's bigger
it feels
ones.
like it's... But, so that could be a bad thing. What I'm saying is, like, usually the larger the time jump, the harder it is to accept and to get back into the story.
Yeah.
He just does it perfectly. And
Well,
of course, right, there's some cheat codes to it, right? They go on Fugue. Everybody lives a long time in this.
Right.
So that makes it easier.
Everybody does. So, like, it doesn't... Like,
but it works.
In other series, in a time jump, you have to reestablish your universe almost a little, the setting. But in this, the whole galaxy operates under, like, things take a while. So a lot of time doesn't mean as much. So you don't have to reestablish.
And you know, maybe someone else that read this book, it would not care. But I don't know. I guess because it really does, the time jumps really don't matter that much, but it just works. I don't know. It's something really impressive to me. The guy is just, I mean, I don't know, man. He's just incredible. We can get into spoilers.
Jake, let's start with this because, like, we're into spoilers. We're just gonna be talking about scenes. What was
before
your favorite
we get into spoilers?
scene?
I gotta say one thing.
Oh, okay.
The book is a 9.9 for me. The final scenes just don't perfectly land with me. Maybe on a reread, this is a series I 100% will reread.
Jake hates Berenike.
That's funny. Ha 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 ha. Be mean to Jake. He has it's not like he's going through some things and having a tough life right now. It is.
Jake makes excuses for his feelings.
Yeah. I think part of, though, the guy has it's his own fault because the ending to book 2 is so good that it was there was almost no way to have the ending to book 3 be as good as the ending of book 2. It just couldn't happen. But I mean, the book's a 9.999. That's my only. There was one that is unbelievable. There's like 5 seconds of reading it that I was like, okay, can we, you know?
Yeah.
And every other moment I'm reading it, I'm like this far from the pages. I read this whole book like on my bedroom floor with just a little lamp over my book. Just a little lamp, nothing else. In the pitch darkness, just like this. It's so good. All right, let's get into the spoilers. Sorry. This is a lighter.
No, I there was a point where I was reading the 7th book where I was sitting in my bedroom with the light on my iPhone turned on and like facing upwards so I could read it. So like I get it. You can't.
Yeah.
You want to breathe. That's why I bought the series mostly digital for most of the time I was reading it because I was like,
could read it on
my
like a phone
iPad,
or
I
a
can read it
Kindle,
at
iPad,
any fucking time.
Yeah. Okay, spoilers. What do you want to talk about spoilers wise?
I want to hear your favorite scene because there's a lot that happens.
Easy,
that's the thing.
bro.
Even if you don't like the ending of this book, the rest of the book
hard.
See,
that's what I'm saying. That's so
all
impressive.
The time when you say that.
This is what struggle. This is where, and I think it's fair. In the second book, it is like 90% build up towards this final scene. To me, the final scene is so worth it. It's one of the best moments I've ever read in a book.
It's good. It's good shit, yeah.
It's one of the best moments I've ever read in a book. The third book has moments throughout it that are just, it's just like, it's like, it just makes you laugh because it's so good. Like looking back on it, it's so good. Favorite scenes? Yeah, it's I wasn't prepared to actually answer that. There's so many.
Yeah, I guess you just finished it. This is a tough question.
No, it's not that. It's, okay. It's hard not to pick the moment with the quiet. Okay.
It's an awesome scene.
And it's just a personal thing, I love little politicking dialogue. That's what I'm saying, dude. This guy, that's Game of Thrones level. That's Dune, like first Dune book level. He's got the politicking in there that to me takes it. It's like, that is from a different genre what he's done. That's why people love Game of Thrones so much.
That he did this from a different do in the first 2 books. That's another thing. He didn't even practice.
It's like a whole new genre unlocked for me. The scenes of him talking to the Emperor, for me, Could be, you could tell me that's your favorite scenes of the book, and I would say, yeah, that's fair.
There are scenes in other books of him talking to the Emperor that I'd argue are some of my favorite scenes.
Okay, like he
A talking
battles.
scene.
He battles and kills that first. I'm just going through like the big moments. So that's one. Like for me, the Emperor stuff's unbelievable. He battles and kills the first Solaren Cielson machine combo. That's
Chimeras.
Pretty good. Okay,
dude. Even just introducing those was really good.
Very good, man. It's very good. It's
so
like,
good.
But you know, this guy's a big Stephen King reader, and it's like he's writing horror at that point. And then, I mean, the book,
cosmic horror that comes.
I'm
going to
tell you something. Let me just tell you something. I'm gonna take it back. It's a perfect book. I take it back. I take it back. It is so
now
good.
We're talking about it. Yeah.
It is the best book I have ever read. Dude, because everything I'm telling you is still not the best part of the series to me. The best part of the book, maybe the quiet, but the problem is that is more of, when that was happening, I was excited.
You're finally learning something about this entity
but
you didn't
I really was viewing that
about.
more as, hey, I'm learning about the future, and that payoff's going to come even more as we go. The scene in the Colosseum when he realizes the guy's actually trying to kill him and stops it with his arm. Dude, I mean, I called you immediately. I was losing it.
I know.
It's the most excited I've been. It's the most excited I've been reading a book scene in 3 years.
10 minutes before you got a hold of me, I was telling Miranda, I was like, he's nearing a spot in this book.
I forget how this went, but I texted you something and you go, hey, call me when you're done with that. Yeah.
I knew you were close. So I was just like, oh boy, I'm going to be here. And here's the crazy thing. I was listening to it.
This is so perfect. Let me read you these texts.
Yeah.
These are quotes. I can't get in trouble for these. These are quotes. Monday, December 1 at 7:07 p.m. All caps. His dope-ass hand stopped the high matter! Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation.
Yes.
New text. Oh my god, what a book! Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. Quote. They say no sword can cut the devil down. End quote. Oh! Next text though, Chase. 20 minutes later. Yeah, that scene with the Emperor might be better than the fight with the Jod.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What even happens in that scene with the Emperor? I don't remember. Oh, that's when he's... Oh, dude, that might be my favorite moment of the book. He says to the Emperor, because the Emperor says, stop lying to me. Do not lie to me again. Why do you want to go to the library?
Let me into the plot of this book series.
But it's...
And he's like, bitch, I've already been reading the book.
No, but it's not that way it is. It's what is pushing you. Like, and that's why it's so good. What is pushing you? Because you keep saying you don't want to be king. I don't believe you. Nobody believes you. Why are you doing all of this? You want to fight for humanity? I don't know. That seems too altruistic. What's pushing you? Why do you want to go to this library? Because of the quiet. And you know about this? Dude, oh, so good. I might reread that scene tonight. I mean, it's that good.
You know what I love about the Emperor?
Don't say, no. Here's the problem. Time out. No. Time out. I want you to know, you can't tell me if you like people or don't like people, because at this point, I was still nervous the Emperor was going to screw us over. And you were like, I like the Emperor. I'm like, well, I guess he doesn't. So just be careful what you say.
A character can still end up sucking, and I can still
I'm just putting it out there. So just be careful.
I'm just saying that as well. But I appreciate that, especially in the third book. It's a little less as the books go on, but I love that Hadrian, whenever he brings him up, he uses his entire title.
Oh, yeah.
That dies down and picks back up from time to time, and boy, that's another writing thing that he does, that like when it picks back up again at times, you're just like, fuck yeah. William.
Oh, and this book has National Treasure of trying to unlock the library.
Literally. Yeah, literally.
I mean, come on, man. It
came out of nowhere. Dude, when we got to that part, I was just like, what the fuck is
It's
going
hard.
on in this series?
It's hard for me because I can't remember individual Wheel of Time books. And that's like what the difference is. Because the Wheel of Time is so continuous, I can almost not tell you a single scene that happens in any one Wheel of Time book except for the last one. And these books are just a little bit more distinctive book to book.
That time gap helps that too.
That's what does it, right? Dude,
And events are so important that you're
I know I just keep saying it, but I just can't say it enough that, like, what is better than this, man? What is better?
I don't know.
He's the demon in white. Even no sword can cut the devil down. Come on, man. I know. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. You know,
it's one of those
half
things.
Mortal.
These Hadrian, half mortal, half mortal, half mortal, half mortal, half mortal, half mortal. It's one of these things that I also get depressed when I read it because I know ain't nothing better, man. There's nothing better.
At least you get 4 more books in the series that accrue.
I know, but it's
once
just
it's
like
done. Yeah, it is. My Friday was a weird day after I finished the last.
That's how I was with Wheel of
Time.
That's how I was with Wheel of Time when I finished it.
But
and it's so sad because Sanderson's fallen off and he was so good. But I'm excited. I'm excited for you to keep reading the Red Rising books because they only get better and better.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that final book.
I think they could get to the level of excitement I had for this series. But it's just I was reading this series, so it's just like nothing stood a chance.
The problem is they're just different.
Yeah.
It's just a different flavor. It's more actiony. It's more. It's serious.
I think what Red Rising the series does, it's a 10 out of 10 for what it is. It's different. Sun Eater's just on a different level. Like we said with writers, there's good writers. But you got it.
Here's the thing: you have to read these next books. Because you haven't gotten to the good Pierce Brown books yet. Those first 3 are like more... Like, I liked them, but I didn't love them. You know, I think they're a little potato chippy, a little YA-ish. Man, these next ones are really... I know, I've talked about it 100 times, but man, these next ones are really good.
And I'm gonna... now that the Sun Eater's done, that's gonna scratch my sci-fi.
I know. It's gonna take me forever to read these next 4 books because I'm like...
Which is fine. Read at the pace that... You know how good this series is. You want to have the best time with it. Read them at your own pace. The good thing about 4 and 5 is they're both shorter books.
I for sure cried in this book too.
Oh,
yeah, that's another thing. I cried. Yeah, I cried.
No,
that's another thing that happened. I
Volca
laughed.
meets
I
Gibson.
cried. I cheered.
Mm-hmm.
Laugh, cry, cheer, yell. I was angry. Mm-hmm. I was angry when Alexander slaps Hadrian. Come on, dude.
Alexander. Dude, of course you're angry. There's the political turmoil of everything. Augustus Bourbon fucking with Hadrian, the Queen, the Empress fucking with Hadrian.
Dude, and then but how about Hadrian killing Bourbon? Come on, that rocked.
It's pretty fucking awesome, isn't it?
That was pretty awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah, I loved the stuff too with him meeting, essentially meeting Tor Gibson again. And telling him his life, and Tor Gibson kind of, because at this point, Hadrian is the man. He's the man. Pretty much. I love, though, not
He's
pretty much
more of the man, but he is
I
pretty
love
much the man
that Tor Gibson is essentially apologetic for his life,
Yeah. Yeah. The scenes with them, fantastic. Everything,
amazing.
Everything when they're on Colchis is great. I love the when they're just... How happy Hadrian is talking about Red Company getting that vacation and living on the beach over the course of the years. That's the thing. It's a great series that blends what they're fighting for, that natural fun now. Because this could be all serious, but it takes the time to invest in these like lighter moments to show what we're doing this all for. And then it gets heavy again. I mean, this book.
So yeah,
slaps you in the face.
To go more into that, like I think it's the fucking best when a series is like. I'm trying to think what else does it because there are other ones. I think Mistborn does it at a much smaller scale, obviously, but to say, hey, here's our big bad, the CL Sin, and you're really worked up about that for this is huge spoilers as everything else has been. You're really worked up about that for 2.5 books, you know? And then you learn, actually, the big bad is that the Cialson essentially work for the devil, the literal devil, you know? It's like, that's what's happening, essentially, at this point in my knowledge, right? And yeah, that rocks. I love that, because that's what that scene did for me so well with the Quiet. Obviously, it's really cool when you learn what's happening. And obviously, Hadrian gets his powers a little bit. But then more of what it is the potential of where this series is going, right? Is that, yeah, can't wait.
That's why I think you're also going to be somebody who really enjoys the fourth book, because what I think the fourth book really does well is it gives you this idea of the Cialson in a way that reminded me of when you're learning about the Aiel in Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's yeah.
I know you're a sucker for that kind of shit.
I am. I'm very excited. It's a smaller book. I'm gonna have some time off coming up as well.
Yeah.
So
the next two are only about 500 pages. So
yeah. Sort of to wrap it up, dude. I mean, like, I've already talked to you about this book for hours. We just talked for probably another 30 minutes.
You had an experience.
It's just one of the best books I've ever read. It's just, yeah, man. And you know what? Like, to be clear, I'm not saying anything that anyone else isn't saying. Like, if you look up how everybody feels about it, everybody agrees. It's so good. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's extremely highly rated on Goodreads. And like all the YouTube guys love it. I guess we're YouTube guys too, but
yeah. Don't forget that. Yeah, it's I think the series in general, but especially with these first 3 books, it really shows a potential in this genre that I don't think we've seen so fresh since, like, Star Wars, but I mean like original Star Wars, but doing it better, you know, evolving the craft. Because I can't think of anything in its like area since 77, 81 that is like this good, balancing the science fiction and the fantasy and taking it up not just a notch but multiple levels. This guy wrote, like, where Star Wars is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, this is a long time from now in a galaxy that is basically this one and others. Like, it's just and what he does with it is so it's unbelievable. It's something that I've been seeking, I've wanted, you know, because I love Star Wars and I love the potential that Star Wars has, but I think it's reached its kind of like ceiling of like what it can do with its universe. And this is something that's like better than that. And it's insane.
I'm not a big Star Wars guy.
Because I've wanted things to be better.
I like it, but it just falls off really hard for me.
And that's fair. But like, I just can't think of anything that's that as good as that between Star Wars and now that has taken the genre just not only in a better direction, but just a really, really good one. Like I'm finished with it. This guy knew what he was doing from point A to point Z, and that is so refreshing to see. Like, because Star Wars falls under the realm of like with the sequels being not planned out, so you just like get this messy mess in the genre. So it's just beautiful to see, like, here's the genre, here it is, better than you've ever seen it before, and guess what? It's great the whole way fucking through. And not only is it great the whole way through, but by the 3rd book, it's a fucking 10 out of 10, and you're only 3 books in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there are other good sci-fi writers, even sci-fantasy writers, but to write a 7-book series of it, yeah, I mean, it's unique, man. I think
7's
he's just
a good number.
I just think he's. I mean, how old is he? He's like our age. I mean, is he like my age? Like actual exact years? I think he might be a little bit younger than me.
I think. Yeah. I think we're older than him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just very uniquely talented. That's all I can like. That's how I will end it. I think Christopher Ruocchio is extraordinarily talented as a writer. I read a lot of them.
I'm going to be thanking the fuck. I'm gonna record a video of me reviewing Shadows Upon Time that'll be on our channel relatively soonish here. But yeah, I just want to thank the man for just existing, because he brought a series into my life that is in a year that I've read a lot of different series, and I've read a lot of different books, and Wheel of Time was the book that got me, or the series that got me back into reading. Like, I was reading semi-regularly here and there. You know, I work at a library, so I read. Wheel of Time got me back into reading, and then Sun Eater just got me, like, obsessed with what I'm reading.
Yeah, I get it.
Because...
Okay, I think he's a year older than me.
Wow. I thought he was still in his 20s, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he's a year older than me, so...
Incredible. Can't know that his next series is a planned trilogy, so I'm excited to hear that. I listened to one of his interviews. This motherfucker just used to listen to the audiobooks of the Lord of the Rings trilogy just on repeat, like as a kid.
Well, have you ever seen
boy.
That when he was a kid, his mom would drop, this is the interview I saw of him, that his mom would just drop him off at the library all day.
That's beautiful.
When she'd go to work, and she'd just leave him at the library, and he would just sit in the aisles and like read Stephen King books when he was like 5, 6, 7.
It shows. It fucking shows.
Yeah, I think he's just like a pro. I think there's like people in the world that are like truly extraordinary, like you know, that are proteges, and then take that protege skill and continue to develop and work at it, and you get one of one guys. And I just think he's, I just can't say enough. I've only read 3 books, and
I know, that's what's crazy.
I'm just like baffled by it,
and baffled by it. And writing wise and story wise, I think that you read of the 3, you read the 2 least good ones. You know what I mean?
This is the difference, though. Like what I want to say is that there's you know, we've talked about Jay Kristoff and Sanderson. Like, these guys are fun writers. They're good writers in a certain way. Ruocchio is like a beautiful writer and an impactful writer. I feel like
I'm learning something.
Yes, he's an impactful writer, and like, just incredible, man. And I think that's the official goal of the channel, is one day maybe we'll talk to Christopher. That's the goal.
I'd love to.
I'd love to talk to Christopher.
He's impacted my life.
I would like him, if he hears this, let me finish the 7th book, dude. Give me a few months. I got a new job. I'm very busy. Give me a few months, and then we'll talk.
Through this book for how busy you are, though.
I did plow through it.
I was confident we could talk about it on this episode, because I was like, Jake's reading this book. Jake isn't fucking around with this book.
I read the book very quickly.
Jake's fucked around with other books, but this one he did not fuck
It's crazy, because I
with.
used to read much quicker than I do now, but my attention is drawn in a few different places. But man, I read this quickly. From how much you loved
the first 2 books, I was like,
well, you know what it is, and this is important. This is important that, like, you know, when I first started reading again, I read all these books that, like, that's just all I did. I didn't watch shows or movies or play games or scroll on my phone or do anything else. And then, you know, I read a lot of books really quickly, and I started doing some of that other stuff again. I started watching TV and doing other things, or fixing my house. Bought a house. I fixed the house, and this is the first time in years that every second of free time that I had, I grabbed that book. Yeah. And even if it was like, hey, I only have 15 minutes, I'm going to read this for 15 minutes. Hey, I got 20.
The whole series has that effect on you from this point forward.
So,
I promise
just,
you that.
You know, I wish more people read this. I think it's like truly unfortunate that while it has, you know, man, he almost stopped writing the series. But even now, this should be the most popular series in the world. Like,
for sure. It deserves that title.
It's amazing to me that it has so few readers. And I don't mean that in a disparaging way.
Yeah. For what
I don't mean that in a disparaging way. I mean that if you like fantasy or you like sci-fi, you have to try this. You have to try it. And if it's not for you, that's okay, but you have to try it. So
you gotta at least make it to the 3rd book, because.
And that's what I said. If you don't like the 3rd book, then that's fair. That's not for you, but we can end there. Christopher,
Yeah,
We love
I
you.
think that's a good spot. Not bad, man.
I would
Not bad.
prepare for an interview with you like I've never done before. I'll fly to you, Christopher. Whatever you need. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.